Bear. Bear.
Hi everybody, I'm Victoria.
I'm Braxton.
And people on our Facebook and our Instagram ask all the time, do you have a YouTube? We hear that question often. And we've been getting a lot of messages, and so we thought, I don't know, we don't know about being on camera, and I mean, that's, nerve-wracking, putting everything out there, more so than I can edit in little posts on Facebook and Instagram. But we're going to give it a go. We are been walking the property with our 2 new peonies mixes so they can learn it, along with, that's Bear back there. He is a 7-year-old shepherd mix, and yes, he is in a sweater.
This is a Robert De Niro face.
That's what it is. And he is just, he's been really adapting really well. We finally were able to get this property. He loves, not having to be so enclosed. And we've done a lot of urban homesteading. I grew up out in the country, and we were just eager to get back to being out on property, having animals, knowing where our food's coming from, being organic. And that was huge to us. We were finally able to do it as of 2020. And so we've got, I'll see if I can get them in the picture here. The brown one is Scar, and the white and tan one is Mufasa. They are Disney name themed. All of everything will be. And we're just really excited. We're going to go walk around the property here with the dogs, and we're going to be talking about our spring plans. And we've been working on turning the land over and reclaiming its glory. And we just thought we'd bring you along. Part 1 of video 1, first time ever on YouTube.
Where's my big boy?
Well, we have been working on cleaning up this fence line that is on our road. We've got to get this road some new rock and things down. As you can see, the delivery driver who brought us our first little rock, they just divoted it pretty good. That's actually a tree stump that they ran over that was off the side of the road. So we got to get this fixed. We've made piles just to make it more manageable since we're doing it by hand. And, just so that we could walk and things. We'll gather that all up and get that all burned down. It was so extremely thick in here. We've got, if you can see, a little bit of green coming through once we cut some of these blackberries back. They're pretty extreme. We have a ton of them. And they're so thick to the point you can't get through. We're going to save a ton, of course, because last July, oh man, the berries on that were absolutely delicious. I can't wait to get some stuff made with them. But we don't necessarily need 200,000 of them. So we're going to go ahead and get that cleared back a bit. Everything you can see, even a little beyond what you can't see on top of that ridge over there, is ours. This is a property that had suffered a fire. And we were, we didn't know that when we got the property, but it does connect to ours, and there's so much potential. We're going to be cleaning up some of these dead trees, cleaning some of this brush, and there's actually a draw there in the middle where water runs. So we'll be clearing this all up, and it will be a new home for goats, and we'll be taking some of it all the way down and creating some pasture from the ground up on it. Whew, there I am. I lost my co-host. I have to go find him in Memento. I found him.
Hello.
Anything you want to add on what we've got going on here for this side?
For this side?
I know you were wanting to talk about your fencing plans. We could share that with them.
We just plan on fencing the whole 10 acres over time. We're starting up at the top of the property that way, and then coming this way.
I think we decided we're going to do the T-posts fence with
wooden corner posts.
Yeah, and we'll do the wood bracing, but that we're going to be doing all the fencing ourselves. You want to tell them how bad that you don't want to drive all those T-posts into our rocky clay?
Missouri is very rocky. There's a lot of rocks.
Living Traditions showed a gas-powered, what are they called? The
auger.
Yeah, to drive the posts in, and boy, he's wanting one of those.
Yeah.
I did look those up online. I think they were like a couple $1,000s. So we are going to be significantly behind on that. But maybe before the whole fence is done, we'll have enough to do that. Let me flip you back around. So we're just walking up the side here, and we're just trying to clear it back about 50 feet so that we can get some fence up and get it all cleaned up. We have so much firewood down, and some of the stuff that was already down and is decaying, I will be utilizing in garden beds. Some of the stuff is breaking down beautifully. Everywhere there was fire, there was beautiful regrowth. So that was awesome. All of this area along the fence here.
Exercise. You guys need to be lean, mean, watching machines.
I know. Every day they get a little bit better, but boy, are they just chubby. This little area here will be all cleaned out, and it will actually house some of our orchard trees and bushes. They'll be scattered throughout. It'll be divided here. Where those little white things are sticking up out of the ground, somebody had started some plumbing style there. We're actually going to be ripping that out, leveling that up, fixing that, and my brother, who is also on property with us, he will move out of our house and his house will go there. And this will turn into his drive. So I'll talk to you about that cardboard pile over there as soon as we get there. Okay, we have made it. If you can see, let's see if I can zoom. The green roof and the white roof down there is our house. We have 2 shed houses down there. That'll be a part 2 situation. Right now we are just up on the top half of the property here. And it goes up that hill a bit. He's in. What they had was the old driveway, so we will be still utilizing this as a drive, re-rocking it all the way down around the pond. People before who own this property, they had this coop up. It's actually not in good shape. We're going to be taking that down, reconfiguring, flipping it so it goes that way, and it'll have access on the both sides there. This whole top part, I don't know if you can see, over here is a lot of grasses. We'll be thinning that out, and did I have a puppy accident? I don't want to step in anything. We're clearing that out and putting a lot of seed out. They actually had some cows in here, some smaller ones, not a huge operation, but they did have them in here, and we will be putting some back in here for us. And they gave them all this front all the way down. They cut them off from the pond, and then there is another little waterway over there, and they ran chickens in behind, which we also will be doing. You can see where they kind of had a little garden plot style here. I went ahead and took all of that down. In the property, they had some old fence posts, which were the T-posts, and some wire. We took all that stuff down, and we'll be replacing it new. So that'll be exciting. This garden plot, I hope I didn't get the puppy on there. This garden plot will be being utilized as it'll be expanded. This tree right here will go, it'll expand, and that will act as part of the garden plot for up top here. do you want to go over our plans for the barrels and what you're going to be organizing?
Sure.
I will maintain puppy control. Bear. As they all run, just herd over.
Right now, we just got these 4 blue barrels are going to be for rain collectment on the sides of our houses down there. We're going to run gutters into them, and I'm going to put spigots on all 4 of them, and they're just going to sit next to our houses. And I think you said the total of water we're going to have capable on properties will be like 1380 right now.
Yeah, I think it's 1380, 1360, something like that. And
then the 4 IBC totes are going to be for the garden and things like that. And we're going to, how'd you say we were going to do that? We're going to put 3 of them up on a hill platform and run them down with hoses for now.
Yeah.
One of them's going to be in front of the greenhouse.
Yeah, we'll gravity feed those down, which will be in part 2 of that part of the property.
So we're going to get those down there. And that's pretty much all we got planned for water right now.
Yeah, our water inside of our house is separate. We do not have a well currently. We'll talk about everything that we are doing or going to do with that situation in part 2. Moving forward, these boxes. Some, it may just look like a box heap, but I swear some of those are important. Some of them have been, everything removed, tape removed. Some of them have no papers on them or writing, and I've been breaking those down to go down as a barrier underneath multiple layers of my garden beds. I've done it before. It's worked well, and we'll do it again. Some of these the boys saved for me, but I'm actually not going to be using, and those they'll be removed. So, but as of now, that is why they're here. We have like a million projects going on. So that is a project. We had a lot of rain and unexpected snow, actually. So we haven't got as far as we would. We have a greenhouse build going too, which we will also be filming for everyone. This is our pond. There is fish in it, and we are so excited to have it. It is great. Actually, if you look at our Instagram or our Facebook, you can see that it was frozen, and we were, skipping rocks across. It sounded so cool. So we had a lot of fun on Christmas Day, just sitting out here and just enjoying the peace that the pond itself brings. We did discuss over here, it is a bit low, and when it fills up, it runs over. So we will be building up the banks, and we talked about trying to make it deeper, and this up here, clearing some of those trees out, and creating a nice sitting area over the pond, and having a little paddle boat to Toodle for my son. So we're pretty excited about that. The ducks will also be housed over in this area. That is, they will be here in April. And so they'll be down by the house for a while. When it's time, they will transition, and this will be completely different. It'll be totally new, and you'll get to follow along as we start to finish on this, and they'll have a little run style walk over to the pond, so that'll be pretty exciting. Beyond this grass right here, there's actually a road, and that is the end of our property right here, and the trees you see behind that actually belong to my sister, so that's very exciting that she is so close. This whole middle area, somebody's cooler blew there. Let's come back and get that. And this whole middle area is where we're talking about. It just is going to need a good amount of, work. We'll have to bring in some machinery to help. When they did selective cut this. And then also there was the fire. I don't know if you can tell about the fire. This whole draw is just full. This is just a big clump. And so we'll try to get this all cleaned out in here so that we can take it down, get seed out, get it maintained, and get animals going through, clear out some of the dead trees, and then put in trees that have medicinal purposes, fruiting purposes, nut purposes, are just, aiding in the wildlife around, that help with the animals, all that stuff, bringing those in, creating some diversity, and getting just really the land back alive, so to speak. It is just, look at that. Isn't that just so peaceful? I wish it was like a lake, but you can't just always have a lake, right? We're just so, I'll turn you around. We're just so blessed here to be in the region of Missouri that we are in. There is just, the outdoor recreation is beyond. We, this last summer, looked at some of the rivers around. We like to fish. We like to go swimming. They have just so much stuff everywhere. So we're very excited for summer to come and us to be able to go out and explore those things. And we'll take you along. Try to find some good light here so it's not blinding us. Oh, I got you. Well, we hope that this will spark your interest to see what we have going on. Obviously, we have a lot going on. You can go back to our Facebook and our Instagram, see things that we've done. I do a lot of cooking, don't I?
Yes.
I do a lot of cooking and preserving and gardening and projects and DIY and so much stuff going on, as well as our shed house build. And we will show you that in part 2. So we hope that you'll like our video, subscribe to our channel, and follow along for part 2. I will give you a little sneak peek though. We will see this pile of love we got back here. This guy's not loving it.
No.
But he's done multiple wheelbarrow loads of this rock going down to the house area and getting all the low spots filled, getting the rock out. And he's been doing all that, as you can see, with a shovel and his trusty wheelbarrow. So he's gonna be sore, but we're gonna get it done. And so stay tuned, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.